Hey everybody, welcome to Sally's Recipe of the Week, brought to you by Doris Italian Market and Bakery. I know we're a day early. Mo and I are actually going to downtown West Palm Beach tomorrow for the pairings event. So we wanted to bump up the recipe a night so we could still cook and have something fun to eat for Memorial Day weekend. Welcome to Casa de Mo and Sally. We've also got Mo here. Hi, Mo.
Hello.
And Curtis. Hey, Curtis.
Yep.
Okay, do you like sloppy joes, you guys?
Uh-huh.
Okay, we are making a mushroom beef sloppy joe. And if you're thinking, not sure about that mushroom part, you can always just, instead of adding the mushrooms to your beef mixture, just use all beef. That's perfectly fine. But kind of the goal, kind of a food trend right now, you guys, is to incorporate more plants into your food. So instead of using, a pound and a quarter of ground beef, you're going to use about half that much and then replace the rest with the mushrooms. You see what I'm talking about?
See, Curtis, we knew she was going to try to sneak some vegetables in there, right?
Yeah, I don't think Linda's going to join us today, probably because of that.
Linda, you can do just beef if you want to, sweetheart. I swear. I swear. But for those of you who are trying to get a few more vegetables and eat a little less, especially red meat, this is a good recipe.
Goose evening. Teresa is joining us.
Hi, Teresa. Goose evening to you.
Milton is in here. Also, Matthew.
Hey, Milton. Hey, Matthew. Thanks for joining us.
Margie says she loves your hair.
Oh,
I'm sure she's talking about your hair. Kay is here. Also, Marina. Thanks for joining us for Sally's Recipe of the Week, brought to you by Doris Italian Market and Bakery. They've got plenty of locations here in South Florida. We go to the one in North Palm Beach.
That's
there.
The one we go to, yeah. We were just there yesterday buying some stuff for the recipe for tonight. Oh, and I wanted to let you know I'm using Cremini mushrooms. Look at how beautiful these are. They're, button mushrooms, just the white button mushrooms that you always see in the grocery store. These are basically the same thing. They're just a little bit more grown up. Button mushrooms, little white button mushrooms are the baby, and then they grow up to Cremini. You can use button or Cremini or whatever you want for this recipe. They had these at Doris, and I thought they were beautiful. So that's what I got. And you guys remember my tip about mushrooms? Actually, I learned this from the Food Network. It's not really my tip. You don't rinse mushrooms, right? You don't rinse them under water to clean them. You take a damp cloth or paper towel and just wipe them clean gently. Also, when we're cooking our mushrooms, what do we not do?
Assume they're going to get you high.
Yeah, right?
There's somebody who's trying to legalize those shrooms in Florida. Okay. No, you don't salt them until they actually have cooked, because it'll drain them out and they'll get rubbery. Okay, so that's that part. We'll get to that in a minute. First, though, you want to do appetizers?
Yep. Matthew says he just had sloppy joes the other day.
Really?
Yep.
Were they good and messy? Because that's when we count.
Alicia says, Sally, thank you so much for doing this. I'm always looking for your videos. Can't wait for Mo's grilling recipes, maybe in the future.
Alicia, you funny.
Okay, let me tell you about Mo's. Here's how, when we grill, here's how it goes. Our grill is busted right now, but we are going to get it fixed and we're going to do some grilling. Here's what happens. Mo turns on the grill, pours himself a glass of wine, and starts talking to whatever guests we have. I prep all the food, and I go out there and I tell him exactly what to do. So he lays it on the grill. Sometimes he talks too much and things get overcooked. So all he does is put it on the grill, turn it over, and take it off the grill. That's it. I do everything else. And
then I take full credit for, when people say,
Mo's great at the grill. I'm like, what?
No.
He turns it on. All right, let's do appetizers.
This is Sally's Recipe of the Week. This is not, bitch at Mo. Bye, Dana.
Hey, Dana.
All right, we'll switch cameras and go over here to the wine station. We are having Grayson Cellars Merlot, which is I don't know if you can see it. It's a family-owned winery. Hi, Bear.
It is very smooth.
Yeah, it is a smooth.
It's very nice,
it's very smooth. Having that in the Honda Classic Ambassador glass, of course. All right, so what do we have here?
Well, we've done this before with the basil, mozzarella, and little cherry tomato. Actually, that's a grape tomato. And I did a balsamic. This is just balsamic vinegar that's been kind of cooked down so it thickens. It's like a glaze. And get this, you guys, and this is delicious. It was a few weeks ago. Remember we made the salmon with the artichoke and the sun-dried tomatoes,
Mhm.
and the sun-dried tomatoes are in an oil. Don't throw that oil out. You can cook with it. You can dip with it, which is what I've done. This is the sun-dried tomato oil with a little bit of Himalayan pink sea salt. Okay, or Himalayan pink salt. Salt. You can put any kind of salt in there. I just happen to have this. You want a fine salt though, so you can try the balsamic vinegar, or the sun-dried tomato oil. And this is just the oil from the sun-dried tomato.
Hi, Laura Songster. How are you?
Hi,
Hi, Laura.
A radio pal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great to see you. She says Curtis thinks it's open mic night. I'm going to try this one here.
Yeah.
And this is what this is the sun-dried tomato
Sun-dried tomato
oil.
with a little bit of salt in it.
Oh, damn.
I told you.
Mm-hmm.
When you get these, don't throw out the oil. You
Oh,
can use it for all kinds of stuff.
man.
You can also use it for, like spread it on a little bit of toast. Now, this is the balsamic glaze.
Mm-hmm.
This is just balsamic vinegar that's been cooked down to thicken up. I want everybody to see how much neater I was than Mo in this situation.
Oh, yeah. Normally, I'm the neat guy.
Mm-hmm.
Here, maybe I should get a sponge and wipe that up.
That's good, though.
Oh, that's very
That's a
good.
fun little appetizer. And by the way, Doris makes their own mozzarella. And it's good.
Doris has lots of great cheese.
Yeah, they do.
This is really good.
It's different, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I just thought of that today because I was putting this together and I thought, gosh, I've got that sun-dried oil and I use it. All right, so let's start with our sloppy joes. Are we ready to do that?
Sure. And by the way, inner peace starts with Chardonnay.
I know we're not having Chardonnay, but
No.
those were gifts. I like them.
Laura's a fan of the napkins.
Oh, okay.
And Linda says, "Don't worry, Mo. She hears you cook corn wonderfully."
I'm gonna make some of this damn cooler corn,
You are not.
and yeah, I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna do it, and I'm not gonna share it with you. I'm just gonna let you know how delicious it is. And by the way, I hear this is a big thing in Pennsylvania. Maybe Bear can back me up on this. Cooler corn.
Is it big in Pennsylvania?
I hear it's big up north, especially on camping trips and stuff like that. Cooler corn is a thing.
All right, if you say.
So I'm gonna make it.
Okay, so what I've done is I already went ahead and did this. I took a poblano pepper and diced it up pretty small, and I also took a half of an onion, also diced it up pretty small, and I just sauteed it in a little bit of olive oil. I went ahead and did that so we could kind of get a little ahead. But what I wanted, I'm using my Instant Pot. Guys, this is a stovetop recipe. You do not have to have an Instant Pot. I love using my Instant Pot when I'm making stuff like this because it's easier for me to communicate with you guys, and it's not messy. Mo doesn't bitch about how dirty the stove is.
I don't have to. Oh, there's a grill pan over there on that stove.
That's
though,
just for
so.
the bread. That's just for the bread.
Karen Weagle's joining us.
Hey, Karen, how are you? Okay, so poblanos and onions. If you don't like poblanos, they're not hot. They're just kind of smoky. You can always use just like a bell pepper. If you don't like poblano peppers, use a bell pepper. I love poblanos. They're my favorite. So,
Hey, everybody, remember to share this video so we get more views.
yeah.
If you don't mind, share the video. Our sponsor, Doris Italian Market, would love that.
They sure would. Okay, so to this, I have just added finely chopped garlic. And remember about garlic, we have to keep it moving so it doesn't burn, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and there's a little olive oil in here. And I'm just going to stir the garlic until it gets fragrant. It takes about a minute or so.
I can smell it.
You can start smelling it.
Mhm.
When you can start smelling it, that's a good thing. The one thing you don't want to do is walk away from your garlic when you're cooking it like this.
By the way, Karen Weagle joining us
Hi,
reminded
Karen.
me that Steve Weagle is doing his Ride for the Red Cross.
That's right.
For WPTV Channel 5, which is always a great thing. It's a virtual Ride for the Red Cross, and they auction off his bike every year. And this looks like a fantastic bike.
Yeah,
so,
I saw the bike. It was really impressive.
yeah, if you are interested, you can go make a bid on the bike. And, of course, the money goes to the Red Cross, and this is all to get ready for hurricane season.
Which starts on Tuesday.
Holy crap. You know what? That just, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, Tuesday. Okay, so you can smell the garlic, right, Mo?
Mhm.
So now we want to add in our mushrooms, which look at how small I cut them, nice and small. And if you need to add a little more olive oil, because this is a little dry. That's
This is
fine.
the part you skip, Linda. You don't put the mushrooms in.
You don't have to use mushrooms if you don't want to. If you don't want to use mushrooms, just use twice the amount
Just
of
just use more
ground
meat.
beef.
Yeah.
So I'm going to add in the mushrooms.
Now Linda might be on board.
Yeah, you can certainly do that. And by the way, when I was at Doris yesterday, I asked the butcher. I told him what I was making, and I asked him which ground beef he thought would be best for Sloppy Joe's ground sirloin. That's what I'm using.
Oh, nice.
Okay? So this recipe is posted on our website, and it's for 4. So I'm only making it for 2, but when you're making it for 4, it's about 3/4 pounds of mushrooms. I use cremini mushrooms, nicely diced, and same amount of your ground sirloin. And you're just going to pop that right in there. Another little helpful tip, you guys, if things start to look a little dry and you really don't want to add more oil, you can always add a splash of vegetable broth, beef broth, even chicken broth. Whatever you have open, I don't like to open a whole new.
What about wine?
No.
Okay. No, don't listen to me.
I don't like to open a box of broth if I've already got one open in the fridge. That's just kind of the way I see things. Or if you don't have anything open, you can always just throw in some water, or again a little bit more oil. But I don't like it to get too oily. So I am going to add in a little splash of vegetable broth, just because that's what I had open.
If you're just joining us, we're making sloppy joes. Well, Sally's making sloppy joes. I'm not doing much
Mushroom
anything.
beef sloppy joes, and if you don't want to do the mushroom part, you don't have to.
I'm drinking the wine that we got at Doris Italian Market, Grayson Cellars. It's a Merlot. While you're doing this, I will tell you guys, here's a great tip or a suggestion. This wine right here, Tower 15, the Swell. It's a Merlot. It's kind of a blend, Cabernet Franc. That's a fantastic wine right there. Got that? Oh my gosh, it's so good. Tasted that at Doris yesterday, and it's really good.
All right, I'm going to add another splash. And you know what? While this is cooking, because this is going to take a little bit, about probably about 4 or 5 more minutes. So while this is cooking up, and see, I'm breaking it up with my spoon. And yes, guys, I do boil my wooden spoons. Ever since I realized how dirty they can get. But I love a wooden spoon, so you boil them in some nice hot water. It gets them nice and clean. Are you pouring yourself more wine?
What?
You know that man pouring wine.
All right.
By the way, Mo, Bear said you're right about the Pennsylvania thing, whatever you said about.
What do you mean, Curtis? You weren't listening when I was talking about cooler corn being a big thing in Pennsylvania?
I was sort of kind of maybe listening.
I doubt it.
All right, so we're just going to let that cook down until all the pink is out. And then let's work on the sloppy joe sauce, okay?
All right. Are we going back over? No. What are you talking about? Oh, cheers.
Yeah.
All right. Heading back over to the sauce station.
Yeah. All right. Here is the sauce for the sloppy joes.
Johnny Red Balls
Hey, Johnny.
says bon appetit.
We're making sloppy joes, mushroom beef sloppy joes. So let me tell you what's in here, okay? I started with a cup of your favorite ketchup, okay?
Mm-hmm.
A cup. And then added in 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. And you know me, I'm cheap. I like to buy the cans because it's so much cheaper. And what did I do? I put the rest in a little container, label it. It's going in the freezer. Next time I need tomato paste, I have tomato paste. So 2 tablespoons of that. A tablespoon of balsamic vinegar, and I will tell you, Doris makes a really nice one. This is what I did the reduction with that we had with the mozzarella and onion and tomato. Then you want a tablespoon of chili powder, and thank you to Roland for this Penzeys chili powder. I love it.
Where the hell has Roland been
I
lately?
don't know where he's been.
I think his wife was on vacation or something, right? Because I remember he.
Okay.
Oh,
said
so he had to be good. He
This
couldn't.
was a gift from Roland, and it is fabulous. Okay, then we're going to add in to this 4 teaspoons of brown sugar. And look at my brown sugar, guys. That's sad. This happens to everybody with brown sugar, right? There's a couple of things you can do when that happens, when your brown sugar gets all hard and gets into big chunks. You can put it in a microwave-safe dish and put it in the microwave with a damp paper towel on top of it. No, I think you had this as a life hack once. Or you can stick it in a microwave-safe dish with a bowl of water and microwave it for like 30-second increments, and it will soften up your brown sugar. Okay.
My high school buddy Blake Money is joining us.
I'm just stirring.
He says it smells delicious. Hi, Blake.
It smells delicious. Do we have smell-o-vision?
I don't know. Johnny Redballs says that Sloppy Joe's has been his favorite lunch since high school, and we're taking it to another level.
Yeah, we're adding the mushrooms in, so we get a little bit more vegetables and a little less meat. But you can so make this recipe with total beef. That's fine.
Joanne says keep it in the freezer and it thaws in minutes.
Oh,
the brown sugar? Is that talking about brown sugar?
That's a good tip. Yeah, I keep it in the pantry, and mine always dries out. But if that happens to you, you can honestly just Google it. Okay, so 2 teaspoons of ground mustard. That's in here too. A teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. How do you say it?
Sauce.
That one.
It's the horse sauce. Just put the horse sauce in.
I love this stuff.
Worcestershire.
And a teaspoon of paprika.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then a little bit of salt and pepper. And then once you mix it up, guys, you really, really want to taste it. I've already tasted it, and you can adjust the seasonings as you like. Just back up a second. I mentioned 4 teaspoons of brown sugar.
Mm-hmm.
I only put 3 in here. I think 4 makes it a little more sweet, but that also makes it a little more kid-friendly. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So I would start with 2 or 3 and taste it and see what you like and your kids like or your
Because
family
you can
likes.
always add, but you can't take away.
Well, it makes it much harder. Yeah.
Karen says this would work with lentils for plant-based sloppy joes.
You know what? She's right. Also, I've got some. It's not Beyond Beef, but I bought some new plant-based ground beef, and I was thinking next time I make them, I'm going to try this. Yeah.
This is like you guys cursing in front of Linda.
I know. I
She's
know.
like,
here.
Look, there's ground sirloin in here. Okay, so back over here.
What did you say, Curtis?
So you're over here swearing. It's not
Yeah,
nice.
Linda's like, what are you talking about, plant-based?
So you see how nice and brown everything got and all broken up? And you see the mushrooms have incorporated themselves right with that beef. And the mushrooms have absorbed the flavor of that ground sirloin. So that's really good. All right, now we're going to add our sauce. And I'm not going to add all of it, you guys, because I only made half a batch of the mushroom beef, but I made a whole batch of the sauce. And I did that because I'm going to save half of it and maybe use it for the plant-based beef I have in the freezer, or maybe shred some chicken, like poach a chicken and shred it and have, what would you call a sloppy Joe chicken? It would be made with chicken instead of beef. I think that might be good too. And I think if I
It'll
add
be a sloppy mo.
But yeah, let's do it'd be a sloppy mo.
So, and I think if I add all of this sauce, it's too much. You can have too much sauce.
Mm.
I knew that was coming. I swear. It's just like when I say, yeah, you can have too much cheese. I hear a grunt from her.
Yeah. Really?
I
Can
could
you?
have told you that was going to happen. I swear. Okay. I'm going to let that mellow out just a bit. I'm going to go turn on my grill pan.
All right.
You don't have to have a grill pan for this, guys. You can just put it in a skillet.
Nothing like, watching a cat lick himself right in the middle of the show.
Well, you the one put the camera on him.
Hey, Turk. Hey, Turk.
The cat is minding his business.
We're on the air here. You mind? All right.
He should have jumped up and hit you.
Oh, yeah.
You see, I like that consistency of sauce with meat. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I only put half. And I'm going to save this, and we're going to make something else with it. I could freeze it if I wanted to. But we got some more brioche buns to use up, so we'll see. All right, I'm just going to turn this heat down.
Karen and Steve were telling me about some chicken tenders they bought, frozen chicken tenders.
Yeah.
I bet that sauce would be good on some
I
chicken
tell you
tenders.
what, this sauce is really good on pretty much anything. Can you smell that now?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm turning the heat down, and you would normally want to let this, simmer for 5-10 minutes. And again, if it starts getting too dry for you, just add a little bit of whatever box of stock you have open. And if you don't have anything open, you can add a little water. But that's going to be nice.
So,
And again, I'm using my Instant Pot. This is a stovetop recipe, you guys. It's just so much less messy when you use the Instant Pot.
when do we put it on a bun and eat it?
Well, we have to toast the bun. All right. Come back over here.
Coming back over here.
So, I got these. I love brioche buns. I love them. Got these at Doris yesterday. And what I want to do, they're already sliced. And they are delicious. I mean, they're beyond delicious. But promise me, guys, if you make this recipe, swear to me that you will toast them. That makes a huge difference if you toast the bun.
Toast your buns.
Toast your buns.
Bear says, too much cheese? Never.
Look at how buttery. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, brioche buns are great. So let me, hang on. Question,
Yeah.
Curtis.
Yeah.
Whether it's a sloppy Joe or a burger, what do you prefer? A brioche bun or a sesame seed bun?
It don't really matter to me.
Does it matter?
It don't taste like bread to me. I don't know. It's all
I
good.
think that I read that according to a recent survey, America's favorite bread for a hamburger or a cheeseburger is a sesame seed bun.
Oh,
I think I prefer brioche.
Brioche is for me. But you know what, guys? Whatever you like. That's what's important. Whatever you and your family likes. Just lightly brushing it with a little bit of olive oil. You could use melted butter, but this already has a pretty buttery flavor to it. But also, guys, when you toast the bun, it helps keep it from getting so soggy so fast. You ever had that hamburger where like you know?
Karen Weagle says sloppy joes need a good hearty bun. Good choice in buns.
Thank you.
My
Karen
buddy,
likes my buns?
yeah, I think she was talking about my buns.
Oh, okay.
Not sure. Blake says, my buddy Blake says air fryer for toasted buns.
Oh, okay. I don't have an air fryer.
Yeah,
But if you say
you
so.
can do so much in an air fryer. We need to get
We
one
might
of those
have
things.
to be getting us one of those. Okay.
Joanne's lived on brioche buns for the past 15 months.
Okay. So I'm just going to set these right on my grill pan. Again, if you can put it in a skillet, turn that up a little bit. Just whatever. You just want to get a nice little toast on it. And just a little bit of olive oil. Not a lot. Right. And then we can talk about, look, I can smell these guys all day. And then we're going to talk about toppings. Okay?
Toppings?
Toppings if you want to top off the sloppy Joe.
Supposed to call those fixins.
Yeah, fixins.
Yeah.
All right. If you say so, Curtis. Honestly, the sky is the limit for you guys. Anything you want. I love scallions. I love jalapeno peppers. I love a little cheese. And this is a coleslaw from the deli at Doris. I did not make this. They make wonderful coleslaw. So if you want to, kind of skip a step, just buy their coleslaw, which also is delicious on top of a sloppy Joe. So
Linda,
really, it's your choice.
Linda has a good idea. You can also put it over tortilla chips or tacos.
She's talking dirty to me now.
Yeah, right, not the truth.
I love that idea. I love that idea.
Karen says she used to make sloppy joes that were so spicy you felt them the next day coming out.
Yeah, well, she said Jill used to do that.
Oh, Jill.
Oh, her friend Jill? Okay. Well, I will tell you, these sloppy joes are not spicy. I feel like sometimes I make spicy food every week. So these are not spicy. That's why, I talked about the brown sugar, and you can put a little more or a little less. It's really up to
Linda, that's a good idea too. Cheese or sour cream. You throw some cheese on there.
I've got some cheese right here. You could use cheddar, whatever you have, if you like that. But the sour cream idea would probably be absolutely delicious too. Now, let me check on the buns.
All right, while you do that, I'm going to say cheers and have my third sip of wine.
What? You third glass of wine.
He said third sip. What a lie.
Or, if you don't want the coleslaw on the burger, you can always just serve it on the side.
Linda says, I'm a bad influence.
That's why we love her. I'm going to stir my...
I'd like to know how many times a week they have gravy at the Brooks residence.
And how delicious.
And how delicious it is. Yep. All right, so if you're just joining us, Sally's making sloppy joes.
Mushroom beef sloppy joes.
Uh-huh.
And if you don't like the idea of mushrooms, Linda,
Go all beef.
you can go all beef with this. Or you could try a meat substitute with this. Karen Weagle was talking about making it with like lentils. And I'm sure that would be
Plant-based?
Plant-based. I think because I'm saving half my sauce. I'm only using half. I think this would be great on shredded chicken. Once again, on a toasted brioche bun. I think that would be wonderful. It's completely up to you.
Get the recipe at 1055online.com. Mm-hmm. Our suggestion would be to go to Doris Italian Market and Bakery.
That's where I got everything.
Get all your supplies. And I tell you, I love this wine card thing. Yeah, just get one of the wine cards, slap some money on it, and you can actually walk around and sample, the wine while you're shopping.
And then people who are in the store will judge you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I don't care. As you're knocking stuff over, displays, and getting a SUI, shopping under the influence.
Oh, we always have a good time there.
Yeah, and get to sample some great wines.
Yeah, we do. Get to kind of experience some wine you might not otherwise try. Ooh, this is good. Again, if you can let it simmer for 10 minutes, just to let all kind of like, how chili is better. Sometimes chili is better actually the next day. You always said that to me.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with this. I just want to make sure the buns are nice and toasted because that makes a huge difference in my opinion. Oh, while we're talking about Doris, I got curly parsley there. Look at that.
So
$3. $3.
Milton has a good question. Is Sloppy Joe's something from Key West? I mean, a bar or someplace where Hemingway used to visit? I know there's a Sloppy Joe's down there, but I don't know.
Is that where they hold the Hemingway contest?
I think so. I don't know.
I don't think they come from Keys.
From Key West.
No, I don't think they come from Key West. I think the restaurant stole the name from
the sandwich. I don't know where Sloppy Joe's come from. I know they're delicious.
I know we like them.
Charlene might be great on lettuce leaves too. Almost no carbs.
Like the lettuce wraps we did
like lettuce
week.
wraps.
Mm-hmm.
Linda says gravy at least once or more a week. Last night it was fried hamburger steak with fried potatoes and an iron skillet with onions. Of course, I picked those out.
Oh, Linda, you don't like onions? Well, you don't have to put onions in this if you don't want to. Okay, and you can leave the mushrooms out too. You can use bell peppers instead of the poblano peppers. It's completely up to you. I love poblanos. I like them better than bell peppers, but that's just me. All right, the buns are pretty toasty. I think we'll go ahead and go. All right. Yeah, that's nice.
And don't forget, everybody, check out Steve Weagle's Ride for the Red Cross. Place a bid on that bike for the Red Cross. We got marks on our buns.
Yeah, I would guys probably toast them a little longer, but let's just go ahead and move on because they're nice and they're nice and crunchy, so that's good.
Bears claiming Sloppy Joes are from Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah,
really? Did not know that.
So, oh my gosh, and Sloppy Joes are sloppy for a reason, right?
Yeah, so that means shut up, Mo.
I didn't say anything.
But just before you start.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I know parts fall off. That's how Sloppy Joe works.
That's how it works, right?
It's just how it works. That's why you have to have a fork when you just scrape up put that on the side.
Yep, Sherry, you can do this recipe without mushrooms.
Yes, of course you can. Just double up on the beef. I explained that when I posted the recipe on our website. I explained that if you don't like the mushrooms, keep them out. Just double up on the beef. Oh my gosh, ground sirloin.
Mm-hmm.
The butcher at Doris, he was not lying. Okay, well, let's go back here. So, oh my gosh, that's so good. What do we want on top?
Well, I'm thinking you got to have a little cheese.
All right. It's completely up to you guys.
See, you know what? Honestly, I don't know if I've ever, Curtis, have you ever topped off a Sloppy Joe? We always just had a plain.
Nope.
You can, of course, you can have it that way too.
Have you done this before, Curtis?
Nope.
Yeah, me neither.
Some jalapenos.
So just add some jalapenos and
some scallions. Or if you don't have scallions, just chop up an onion really fine.
I don't know about the coleslaw, but that's just
coleslaw. I think it's going to be on the side for me.
Wow, so that's there you go.
Here we go.
That's a Sloppy Joe right there. Mm-hmm. And on with the bun. Nice. All right.
Now I have to take a bite.
Now you got to take a bite. Now you got to get sloppy.
All right. Ready? Oh my gosh. Trust me, guys, you would never know that I used half the amount of beef and added mushrooms. It is so beefy and so delicious.
Linda says add a slice of Velveeta cheese.
You know what, Linda?
No,
That's delicious too.
that's how I know you country right there, Linda.
That's right, Velveeta. Yeah. Always got to have Velveeta in the house.
It is sloppy.
Yeah, Bear says, come on, you call that sloppy? I don't know, Bear. That's pretty sloppy.
That's pretty sloppy, Bear.
How sloppy do you like your sloppy Joe?
But sloppy Joes are supposed to be sloppy.
You know what would go great with this? Cooler corn.
Mo, you want to take a bite? Or you want me to cut you like a spoonful or something?
No, that's all right. I'll get sloppy when we're done here.
You already sloppy
I'm already sloppy.
with your 3 sips of wine. His 3 sips.
3 sips. That's all I've had. Yeah, that's it right there.
Sloppy Joes are called Sloppy Joes for a reason.
Yeah, get the recipe at 1055online.com.
And you know, if you want to add spice to it, go right ahead.
Teresa says she loves cooler corn. Teresa, are you just giving me, a bunch? Are you just giving me a bunch of S like everybody else was earlier today? Because it's a thing, and I hear it's great. Because you put that boiling water in the cooler.
If I have to hear about this damn corn one more time.
I hear you can put some butter in there and let it soak in. I hear it's so good. Karen says, looks great, Sally. WTF way, like what the F is cooler corn?
I don't know, Karen.
Teresa said she actually loves cooler corn. You can cook corn in an igloo cooler. It's a thing. And I'm going to. I'm going to do it. I'm going to be shucking my ass off this weekend.
All right, you guys. I hope you try this. Again, if you don't like the mushroom part, just leave that out and just add more beef. I explain all that on the recipe.
All right. So tomorrow on the show, we've got Throwback Thursday Song Battle.
Oh, yeah, 'cause today's Wednesday. It's not
Yep.
Thursday.
Yep. Doing a prank a day in the month of May, so we'll have a prank for you. And
Still money?
so have money tomorrow. We have that. We have Lady A tickets. It'll be a good time.
And remember, everybody is vote for me tomorrow day. You're not allowed to vote for the other two because it's mean.
And remember, if Curtis wins tomorrow, everybody gets a raccoon, a station raccoon.
A raccoon and a kitten.
Bear's already voting for Sally. Shut up, Bear.
We kicking Bear off.
Yeah, Bear about to be blocked.
So thanks for joining us, guys. I hope you try this recipe, and I really hope you like it.
And so we'll see you tomorrow morning on Cool 1055. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.